Hello, students. Today we are going to start a very important topic, epidemiology of viral diseases. Epidemiology simply means the study of diseases and their spread among people. It helps us understand how diseases begin, how they spread, and how they can be controlled. In this class, we will first learn some key terms in epidemiology, and then we will discuss a major disease, AIDS. The first term is pathogen. A pathogen is an organism that causes disease. It may be a virus, bacterium, fungus, or protozoan. For example, the influenza virus causes flu, bacteria like Mycobacterium cause tuberculosis, and protozoa like Plasmodium cause malaria. Next, we have vector. A vector is a carrier organism that transmits a pathogen from one host to another. The most common example is the Anopheles mosquito, which spreads malaria. Similarly, the Aedes mosquito spreads dengue and chikungunya. Ma'am, may I ask a question? Yes, go ahead. Does every mosquito act as a vector? Good question, no, not every mosquito. Only specific species carry specific diseases. For example, Anopheles spreads malaria, but Culex can spread filariasis. The next word is zoonosis. This means diseases that spread from animals to humans. Examples include rabies, spread by dog bites, and even COVID-19, which is believed to have originated from animals. Another important term is fomite. Fomites are non-living objects that can carry infection. For example, doorknobs, utensils, or clothes touched by an infected person can spread germs to others. Now, the incubation period. This is the time between infection and the appearance of first symptoms. For example, after being infected with the measles virus, symptoms may appear after about 10 days. A carrier is a person who carries the pathogen without showing any symptoms, but can still infect others. A famous example is Typhoid Mary, a cook in the United States who spread typhoid fever unknowingly. Let us now discuss how diseases occur in populations. Endemic, a disease that is constantly present in a region. For example, chickenpox in the UK. Epidemic, a sudden rise in disease cases in a particular area. For example, the Ebola outbreak in Africa. Pandemic, a disease that spreads globally. The best example is COVID-19. Ma'am, may I ask a question? Yes, please. Are epidemics and pandemics the same? Excellent question. No, they are different. An epidemic is local or regional, but a pandemic crosses international borders and affects many countries at once. Let us now discuss how diseases occur in populations. Endemic, a disease that is constantly present in a region. For example, chickenpox in the UK. Epidemic, a sudden rise in disease cases in a particular area. For example, the Ebola outbreak in Africa. Pandemic, a disease that spreads globally. The best example is COVID-19. Two more useful terms are morbidity rate, the frequency of a disease in a population. Mortality rate, the frequency of deaths caused by a disease. These help public health experts measure the impact of diseases. Now let us focus on AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is caused by HIV, the human immunodeficiency virus. HIV is a retrovirus that carries RNA as its genetic material. It mainly attacks CD4 plus T cells, which are important immune cells, and slowly weakens the body's defense system. HIV can spread through unprotected sexual contact, contaminated blood transfusions, sharing needles, and from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. But remember, HIV is not spread by casual contact, handshakes, hugging, or mosquitoes. HIV can spread through unprotected sexual contact, contaminated blood transfusions, sharing needles, and from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. But remember, HIV is not spread by casual contact, handshakes, hugging, or mosquitoes. AIDS progresses through stages: acute infection, flu-like symptoms shortly after infection. Latent period, the virus is still active but symptoms may be absent for years. AIDS stage, very low CD4 count, leading to opportunistic infections such as tuberculosis, pneumonia, and fungal infections. For diagnosis, two important tests are used: ELISA test used as a screening test, Western blot test used to confirm the infection. Prevention is the best approach. The ABC strategy is well known: A. Abstinence, B. Be faithful, C. Condom use. Additionally, always use screened blood and sterile needles. Treatment includes ART, antiretroviral therapy. These medicines do not cure HIV, but they suppress the virus and help patients live longer. In India, the National AIDS Control Organization (NACO) manages AIDS programs and free art centers. So students, today we studied the key terms of epidemiology and the details of AIDS, its causative agent, transmission, symptoms, diagnosis, prevention, and treatment. In our next class, we will continue with dengue, influenza, and other viral diseases. That's all for today's lesson.